And the city of Hamilton's shelter system feeling the pressure of an increase in demand for services on this first day of winter. Right now, there aren't enough beds and supports to help everyone in need. Matt Ingram has more.
There isn't a bed to be had at any of the Good Shepherd shelters in Hamilton.
So we're particularly concerned with the cold weather coming in and our ability to support people.
Chief Operating Officer Katherine Kalinowski says they've been at or over occupancy for some time, but they do what they can.
We give them a chair or a couch and make sure they have something to eat and at least they're out of the elements.
She says staffing levels and resources aren't enough. Amid the pandemic, the economic turndown, the rise in inflation, and the affordable housing crisis, she says demand for shelter space and support services has risen.
We are really in a perfect storm right now. Anyone living on a fixed income cannot afford to find housing necessarily that's safe and appropriate for them in this community.
The lack of space isn't unique to Good Shepherd. It's happening across the city.
The latest numbers from the City of Hamilton's online homelessness dashboard show that the shelter occupancy rate for men and for families is above 100%, whereas for women it's near 100%, and for youth it's above 80%.
The demand within the system right now, we're seeing pressures, particularly with the family system and for youth that we've not experienced before. In the family system, unfortunately, there are families that are being turned away from shelters.
Director of Housing Services Michelle Baird says overall funding for the shelter system is decreasing because extra money provided by different levels of government to deal with pandemic pressures is coming to an end.
That's why you're seeing some of these wrap down and some of the pressures in the system is really as we go back to pre-pandemic funding levels.
City Council has approved additional funding to keep a temporary women's shelter at the former Cathedral Boys School and additional drop-in centers open until March 31st. Both Baird and Kalinowski say the solutions are complex, but more money means more vulnerable people can be helped.
We need to advocate as individuals and as groups with our elected representatives to make the investments that are required.
And it's not just money, of course. A lack of staffing and systemic problems need to be addressed too. Kalinowski says people need to have adequate income as well as the right supports to help them deal with mental health issues, substance abuse issues, other health problems, and family problems.